Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from or when you will see this video. This is Gbpjpy analysis. I want us to look at what is likely to happen this week, also putting into consideration what happened the last week. Last week was quite interesting. Okay, this is the weekly chart. You know, 3 weeks ago, or rather 2 weeks ago, I saw this candle open this way, and then when I look at the chart from its entirety, I saw that this was a weekly break of structure here. So I expected the market to just sweep this high, just sweep this high and then trade lower. I mean, this particular candle. But you see, the market has its own plan. But all the same, what matters always is the direction of the market, not necessarily how the candles are doing their thing, because you are not the one in control of the market. So this was my expectation, and look at what happened. The week went up, and then closed, with a retracement. I said, okay, maybe that is the move I'm waiting for. But then the following week, the candle opened and then traded up. It went low anyway during the week, but it closed as a bullish week later that week. So I said, okay, with this, maybe the direction of the market is about to change, but let me still see what is going to happen. And look at what happened this week. This was my initial expectation. Price of the market went up above this candle, swept this high and closed inside. And for me, this simply shows that the market is now reversing. And if this market reverses, if the price reverses, just as we are seeing, it is going to take this low. This is on the weekly chart. Okay, so let's go to the daily and see what happened. Okay, this was Friday, this was Thursday, this was Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So 2 weeks ago, it just ranged and then by Friday it went bullish. And then this week we had this move, we had Tuesday, we had Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday closing bearish. That is to say that there is an intention for the price to continue lower. So with this closing this way, what are we expecting from the beginning of the week? I expect to see a retracement back into this zone and a possible continuation to the downside. So let's see the 4 hours time frame. When you see the 4 hours, you realize that this was a full displacement here. Okay, this was a full displacement. You can see closing below these ranges, closing below. This was a full displacement with this candle. So what are we expecting this week? Already the market is in a kind of range. Let me see. Yeah, you can see the market is already ranging here. So what are we expecting in this week? I want to see a sweep of this low, a possible sweep of this low, and a continuation into this zone. And from this zone, I want to see a continuation of the sell. This is what I am talking about. I want to see something like this from here. Okay, something like this from here. Let me do it this way, something like this from here, and then something like this. Okay, this is what I want to see, and then something like this. This is my expectation for the week on Gbpjpy. I may be wrong, but I want to know your thoughts in the comment. Of course, we are not the one in control of this market. We only do analysis based on what the price action is, and this is my expectation for the week. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I will see you again in the next video. I'm going to analyze GBP USD. Okay, and GBP USD is always in alignment with Euro USD. So my analysis is going to cover for GBP USD, and you can also apply that to Euro USD. I'll see you again in the next video.